There is only one Chinese people, there is only one China, and this is our credo.
But Algeria's representative in the United Nations said this. He said, the eviction of a member, it's not the eviction of a member, but the eviction of the representatives of a dissident minority regime.
To Korea, in that time to Germany and to China. Why you are dividing peoples? For ideological reason?
Ambassador Boukhelfa, in July 1971, Algeria, Albania were leading a group of 21 other UN member states in proposing the resolution 2758 that helped People's Republic of China regain its seat at the United Nations. Now you're the Algerian ambassador to China. Looking back at that decision, 50 years on, what are your thoughts on that?
In July 71, the foreign minister of Algeria, the former president Ahcene Boukhelfa, he visited China in July 71. He was here, I think, 6 or 7 days working with Chinese authorities. He met in that time the Prime Minister Zhou Enlai to prepare this resolution. And with this preparation and with the cooperation of the other countries, we presented this resolution, and it gained the majority of this resolution, and we obtained the result that China come back to his legitimate seat in the United Nations and in the Security Council.
But Ambassador Boukhelfa, we know that that was during the height of the Cold War. A lot of geopolitics going on, power politics going on. A month after the resolution 2758, there were 2 other resolutions brought up by the United States and Saudi Arabia, basically saying that the United Nations should keep both the People's Republic of China and the so-called Republic of China on Taiwan, creating a two-China scenario. Algeria opposed that proposal. Why?
We prepare the resolution, and in the preparation, Chinese authorities, they told in that time for the foreign minister that they will be opposed for that idea to divide or to create two China. It's not possible. It wasn't possible, and it is not possible now. This is the idea. There is only one Chinese people, there is only one China, and this is our credo.
Back then, there were a lot of arguments about how to help PRC regain its seat at the United Nations. For example, some say helping PRC regain its seat would involve getting rid of ROC. But Algeria's representative in the United Nations said this. He said, the eviction of a member, it's not the eviction of a member, but the eviction of the representatives of a dissident minority regime. Why did the Algerian representative come up with that characterization?
Yes, because this is what we believe in Algeria, first, and second, we're upset about this division of the world to Korea, in that time to Germany and to China. Why you are dividing peoples? For ideological reason. And this is why we strongly oppose the idea to divide China or to create two China. And this is why in that time our ambassador, he made this statement in favor of one China, and we succeed on that. Why Algeria is beside the Chinese people? We have to remember the history. Chinese authorities in 1958, they took the decision to recognize the provisional Algerian government in that time. In that time, Algeria was struggling for their independence. And they recognized the provisional governments of Algerian Republic, and after they established diplomatic relations with this provisional government.
The first non-Arab country to do so, right?
The first non-Arab country to do that, and also it was unique in international relation. That's one sovereign state to establish diplomatic relations with a liberation movement. In that time, it was liberation movement. It was also the provisional government, but we was struggling. We was not independent. We established the diplomatic relations 4 years before our independence.
In 1962.
And our independence arrived in 1962. In 1962, we established a formal diplomatic relation. We exchanged ambassadors. And in 1963, we received the visit of the Prime Minister Zhou Enlai. And in that time also, China took the decision to send the first medical Chinese team to another country. It was sent to my country. This is the history between the two people. This is the base of our cooperation, and this is the base of our friendship.